My name is Gwendolyn Turner. I was diagnosed with kidney disease in 2001. I really didn't think anything about it. I didn't even realize I was in renal failure. My job that I had, I'm a licensed practical nurse. I was working in the home healthcare field, and I happened to be taking care of diabetic patients, specializing in taking them from insulin to a pill into a diet. I also had the experience of teaching dialysis patients how to control a diet, to stay off of dialysis. It just so happened I didn't realize that I myself was in renal failure. For as symptoms go, I guess my only symptom was that I itched. I itched my legs and my thighs. And instead of coming home to get lunch, I would go home to take a nap. My daughter noticed that I was itching, and she said, "Well, Mom, you really need to go to the doctor because it's not normal to itch." I went to the doctor in New Orleans, and they did the lab work, did all of that. And my creatinine came back 4.9. I went to the hospital. I went to West Jeff Hospital in New Orleans. I was in the hospital for almost a month and something. During that time, they did a biopsy on my kidneys, and my liver values were off too, so they did a biopsy on that too. And at that time, they came back and told me I was in renal failure, stage 4. So I stayed on hemodialysis from September of 2000 until August. Hemodialysis 2001 from September, till I received my transplant in 2002. I had dialysis that Wednesday, and my husband took me out to get something to eat. We ate, and then when I came out the dialysis center, I got in the car, my head felt light, like I was gonna pass out. So I put my head between my legs. The dialysis center was around the corner. They got me there, and they told him if he hadn't brought me back to the dialysis center, I would have never made it to the West Bank, which is where I lived. They gave me normal saline, which, put the fluids back in my body. And I was sitting in that chair, and I can remember I was talking to God. Well, I got my call Thursday, and I reported to the Ashton Hospital on Friday. I got the transplant, and if you ever think about if you're a dialysis patient, and you ever think about not getting a transplant, that's wrong. Because you instantly come back to being yourself. It's like overnight. Your complexion changes back to normal. You really don't even remember what it is like to have been sick, but you realize then how sick you were, if you could understand that. My advice to you is to always be truthful to whichever nephrologist is treating you. You can't come into the office and lie. If you have to get your lab work done, get it done. The lab work is going to tell them what's wrong with you,